Mining giant Richards Bay Minerals in KwaZulu-Natal has resumed operations almost a month after shutting down. The company was closed after a group of armed men attacked workers en route to and leaving work. The company employs over 5,000 workers and is one of the major contributors to tax in the province. But for more on the story, we're now joined by ENCA's Pamandla Koke live from KZN. Colleague, good to have you. Good afternoon to you. I mean, clearly company shareholders had previously promised that they would, some of them even travel from overseas to come to the country and resolve some of these issues. Premier Sihle Zikalala also promised to, have some interventions. What were some of the resolutions that led to the reopening of this company?
Everyone was concerned, not only provincial authorities as well as the mine management, including the President of the Republic. He was concerned about the mine closure. Remember, we are talking about a mining giant here which employs about 5,000 people, which pledged about 6.7 billion rand of investment into the country during that presidential investment summit. So the mine closure was a concern for everyone. The Premier of KwaZulu-Natal, Sihle Zikalala, together with the police's top brass, they had to make sure that they arrange and provide some sort of security when the mine resumed operations. When we were driving inside RPM, we saw quite a number of police officers in and around the mine to ensure that employees are safe. But right now we are joined by Werma Duvena, who's the Managing Director of RPM. Baba, thank you very much for your time. Last time you indicated that you will only resume with operations once it's safe to do so. Do you feel it is safe now for your employees?
As you know, two of our colleagues got injured during all these disruptions, and our people's safety and security remains the primary concern to us. So we're quite happy that due to the intervention from the Premier and the various government departments, as you just mentioned, even the Office of the President, that they've made some very good engagements, and we now feel very comfortable that we can return to safe operations again.
Are we talking about full operations here, or is just not the case for now? You will only resume fully next year?
So what we are busy doing, it's ramping up to full operations. Of course, it's a big business, and therefore one cannot start it all up in one day. So we have started that process of ramping it up. Hopefully by the beginning of January, we will see full operations, and then also early in the new year, we should be back into full production as well.
Have you quantified your losses? How much have you lost in terms of money and production?
Well, I think from the production side, we've already indicated with our public announcements that for the group, we are going to be at the lower end of our production targets that we've set out. From a cost perspective, how much it's cost us and loss of revenue, I mean, we're clearly busy doing those calculations at the moment, because it's only now that we've decided to go back. So it's only now that we can quantify.
Unions and employees were concerned about possible job losses due to the mine closure. Are you planning on retrenching people?
No, we are not planning to retrench anyone. But what I can tell you, it's almost on a daily basis. We had formal interaction with our union leaders, and they've been really, supportive during this period. Of course, not always agreeing with all our decisions, but ultimately agreeing with us.
Okay. I'm going to ask my colleague here, Nkanyiso Mdlalose, to show us what you do here. Perhaps you can talk to us about what you do, because we are inside this venue. What do you actually mine? What is the nature of your mine? What is the nature of your business?
So this is what you would call a heavy mineral sands business. We're basically doing 4 major products, but it starts from, if you look on the other side, it's geology, to understand our ore body. Then we go into mining. We do dredge mining. Dredge mining is really where we use dredges to mine the dunes. And a very critical part of it is right after we're done the mining of the dunes, we rebuild them, and we do the reforestation, because we want to leave, the areas we found it. And then after that, it goes over to mineral separation, where we basically take out zircon and rutile on the one hand, and the second product we call ilmenite, which is really the key product. And ultimately the ilmenite then gets put into the smelter, and there we return. From there we make iron, and titanium oxide.
Okay, well, thank you very much for time. Well, that is Werner Duvenach. He is the managing director of RBM, as he is confirming to us that, yes, indeed, they are back at work following the mine closure for about 3 weeks.
Yeah, and Spamandla, I mean, one can't ignore also the fact that there were armed men who did attack workers to and from work. They do promise that there is, security at this moment, ensuring the safety of workers. But for future, how do they know for sure that this will not happen again? Are there any preventative measures to ensure the security of the workers and also for RBM?
Indeed, I think that lies with the provincial government and the police, because if I can remind you and our viewers, those attacks happened outside the mine. They happened at a public place. It's got nothing to do with the mine, but the connection is that those workers were coming to and leaving work. So police have confirmed to us that they will beef up security in and around the mine. Even the mine itself has beefed up internal security to ensure that employees are safe.
All right, Pamantla Koke in KZN, thank you.